Good morning, students. I hope all of you are well and healthy. So today we are going to begin lesson 1 from chapter 6. So what you do, quickly open up your books here, social study, student book, chapter 6, that is for a better world, Earth's resources. And today, inshallah, we will cover lesson 1, the Earth's resources, and you will find on page 125. So first I am going to ask you a question like, would it be easy to live on land covered with ice? Listen again, that would it be easy to live on land covered with ice? Of course it won't be easy, as all of us prefer to live in places that have natural resources to meet our needs. So the first thing you need to understand that what are the natural resources. So here on your book page 125 you will find the answer that what are the natural resources. Natural resources are plants, animals, fossil fuels, water and so on, and that are found in nature and used by humans to meet their needs. So here you will see that natural resources are resources that exist without actions of humankind. For example, if you see on your book, we have food, clothes, shelter, medicine, transportation depend mainly on natural resources. So these are the examples of natural resources. Next, we are going to learn that these resources are found on the earth's surface, underground, and rivers and sea. So here you see that we find these resources at different locations, and these resources are found on number 1 the earth's surface, and number 2 underground, and number 3 in rivers and seas. Now here we will see a few examples like fertile soil, forests, plants, animals, and fresh air are natural resources found on the surface of the earth. And then we have oil, natural gas, gold, and groundwater are found underground. And last one, that rivers and seas, they provide us with fish, sea animals, plants, and even minerals and oil. Okay, now we will learn about the classification of earth resources. So here earth's resources are classified into two groups. Okay, now you have to learn there are two groups. Number 1, it's renewable resources, and number 2 is non-renewable resources. So we have two groups, renewable resources and non-renewable resources. So first thing you should know about the sun. The sun is the source of all renewable resources, since it is responsible for wind blowing, rain, earth's temperature, and the growth of all type of plants and animals. So here the first definition is renewable resources, and you will find it on page 126. Here you will find the definition of renewable resources. So renewable resources are the resources that cannot be used up. That cannot be used up means that cannot be finished, or resources that nature can continuously produce. For example, wind, sun, rain, plants, and animals are examples of renewable resources. And here I put another another definition, not another definition, same definition of renewable resources with some other words. Like for example, renewable resources is one that cannot be used repeatedly and does not run out because it is naturally replaced, and our renewable resources essentially has an endless supply such as solar energy. So I gave you two type of definitions, both are correct. Then we are going to learn about the non-renewable resources. So on page 126 you will find that these resources are resources that cannot be replaced, and they might be used up eventually. So they might be finished eventually. For example, fossil fuels, which includes petroleum, coal, and natural gas, were formed millions of years ago, and if we use them all up, what will happen? It will take long to generate new supplies. So here first we should know what are the fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are energy-rich materials. Fossil fuels are energy-rich materials formed millions of years ago from decayed plants and animals. They are formed millions of years ago from decayed plants and animals. This is what we say fossil fuels. Then on page 127 you will see there is an activity like list some uses of fossil fuels in your daily life. So here I gave you an example like important fuels used in everyday life include gasoline, gasoline. Okay, so gasoline, coal, natural gas and diesel fuels. So gasoline, essentials for transportation and the most obvious fuel used in daily life, runs car, school buses and trucks. And gasoline and diesel are non-renewable fuels created from crude oil deposits in the ground or beneath the oceans. At the end, like always, we have an activity or homework for today is first you have to read the whole lesson again, and then after doing it you have to open up your workbooks from page 89 to 91. Try to attempt all the exercise, for example filling the blanks, question answers and crossword puzzles. So after, when you will read the lesson again, you will find it easy to attempt all these exercise. And meantime, take good care of yourself. I will meet you again. Bye bye.